And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review. Today we are reviewing Harmony's Odyssey, another one of the games on the Jingle Jam Steam bundle through the Yogscast that I got last holiday season. If you want to go into it this next holiday season, all you gotta do is $35 and you get a bunch of good games. Really good deal, and it all goes to charity, so it's a really good thing to do for the holidays. So I'd recommend doing it. Harmony's Odyssey was on last year's, so here's my thoughts on it. Let's jump right into it, shall we? First off, this is a fun little cool puzzle game. And puzzling it is. That's pretty much all that it's about. I mean, there's a story to it, but you're just doing puzzles and putting stuff back together. It's pretty cool. Some of them didn't. Most of them were just really simple. Didn't really do a whole lot for me as far as getting my brain going. But there was some others that got my brain intrigued. It was oh, this could go here, but it could also go here, and there was cool different ways to move pieces once they came together, and you can move them all as one. So that was pretty cool, and there's a bunch of cool stuff, and that was fun. I like that part, and that's most of the game, so it better be good. And it wasn't exceptional, but I thought it was pretty fun. As far as that story, though, I don't know what that story was supposed to be like. Well, okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I do know the main premise of the story. It's pretty easy to figure that part out. But as far as a lot of the other things coming together, it's weird. I did like the scenes of when we do overarching shots of the town, or town groups, the cities that we were putting back together, and seeing them interact with each other. And how they were supposed to work, and kind of watching that after you've put it all back together, and it gives you a little bit more of an extra satisfaction. Oh, I did this. Oh, this is cool. Look at them all just enjoying their lives or going about what they would normally do. It's really cool. I like that. Again, satisfaction levels. The mini games are also really fun, especially the ones that involve football. I think they're really fun. And some of those, they're puzzles in their own, too. You gotta figure out, what you gotta do, and you gotta collect all the guys, and then make your beeline to the finish, and stuff like that. So, and it's kind of it reminded me of, a puzzle game that I've done before, but I don't remember what it was. It's you roll a ball, and you gotta try and get it into a certain hole, but it's going to roll, and sometimes you got to use other boundaries or stuff like that. It was like that, but it was with a person, so why couldn't the person just stop and then go, in a different direction? They weren't on, ice or anything, unless the football field was made of ice, then that would make sense. But otherwise, I mean, like I said, they're not the hardest puzzles in the world by far. So most of them, you get it after maybe a couple of tries, if that. But, I thought they were good, so. And the colors are fun, too. That's all I'll talk about that. The colorfulness of the game, I always like that. I always like games that are more, vibrant, colorful, more upbeat. And then more so than, ones that are more darker oriented and stuff like that. The lighter color games usually don't have, the most, intriguing stories, or maybe they're not always the most well put together, but at the end of the day, they're a lot of fun to play, and they're fun, and they get you more intrigued in a way, they attract you with the cool colors and stuff like that. So I definitely enjoyed that. So, but anyways, I mean, there's not really much else to talk about with this game. There really isn't. It's not really what I was expecting when going into the game, is what I got. But it was still a pretty enjoyable experience. So, for my final score for Harmony's Odyssey, I'll have to give this one I'll give it a 7. I enjoyed it. There's not too much to it, but it's a lot of fun if you're into puzzles and stuff like that. So, anyways, that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever played Harmony's Odyssey, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well, so stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.